duck may be $3.95, by the way, like he's saying, but that does not mean that it's value. Here, I'm gonna help them. Them that the ducks are rare, and that if they ever offer for ducks, they have to offer well for them, because they're not that consistent in like getting, or like easy to get, because they're not. How many ducks do I have? Hold on. Duck. I got 11 ducks, but I haven't used any of them because I don't want to waste them. Telling him that if she really doesn't want to trade the duck because she doesn't think that the value he's offering for the duck is enough, then she should move on and stop getting his hopes up, because it's okay if he doesn't want to offer a certain amount, because everyone has their limits, but she should really just say, I'm not going to trade you to the duck because I don't think that the offer you give me is enough for me, in my opinion, right? Well, this is good to tell people this, because sometimes a lot of you like to pretend that you're going to trade something just to see what the offer and the value is, and that's okay. But sometimes a lot of you pretend that you're willingly going to trade it if they give you the value that you say. But sometimes you forget, hey, this is something you have only one of, so trade it wisely. Or maybe, hey, this is a really rare thing, so before you trade it, think about what you really would take for it, so that you wouldn't regret losing it. And I was just telling her that, and he told me to chill, and I was like, oh, I am chill, but thank you for trying to correct me, but you're wrong. And then I was also trying to tell, and I was like, afterwards, it is just that I'm making sure she doesn't keep getting your hopes up that you're going to be able to offer for it, because that's what a lot of people do. They make you think that they're going to offer for something. Like, no, they make you think that you're going to be able to offer for something, but then they take it away and walk away in the end, and that's very rude, personally. But at the end of the day, sometimes people just don't consider your offers aren't what they're looking for. And you're going to have to walk away when you realize they really just don't want to trade you for it. If anyone were to offer for any of my summer dumplings, I'd be saying no right now, for example. I couldn't focus on the all because I was too busy talking. But any of these rare ones, like, it's really risky in itself to make a mutated brush, a knight, a toxic, a candle, a jester, a mascara brush, whatever, a ducky, a bomb, an antler, a summer, or this one either, right, which is a rainy. All of these, and it's also risky to make a foggy or a traffic cone, because these are really rare dumplings and I don't want to waste them. I could 100% get a huge overpay for each of them if somebody was a collector and knew how rare they were. But I don't want to trade them right now. At minimum, I'd trade each of them for $3,000, because that's how valuable they are. If you look in the shop, these are limited dumplings that I was talking about earlier, the top 3. then any of these that have low percentages, those are the ones that you're going to want to trade for more because they're harder to get. Especially king and queen. A lot of people have been offering for king and queen, so those values should be up, but the game creator and the people involved in the game, they don't want to change the value because they believe that the value of something that is in shop apparently will not be changing, which makes no sense, because why would you not add up the value for something that is clearly extremely wanted? They never want to consider the value of it. And that's the issue. So queen is actually around 30,000 value, 30 to 50k value, depending on how much somebody really wants it. I've been offered money bag before, and because they really just wanted the queen, and they didn't really care for the extra ads, because the extra ads were just ads, right? But they really wanted the queen, and so that made me realize these people actually really like it. So they like the king and queen a lot, and they really do offer really well for it, and 5k is not the actual value. There's also games, there's the game's index that tells you basis values, but they're way more than you think they are. For example, if you were to get a clown, it'd probably be over 200k plus just to get it, because whenever they're trading you that clown dumpling, you have to consider the fact that they're giving you something that they used to use to turn people into clowns, and that's funny to them. So it's actually like really fun mechanically to play with. So just think about what the use of something would be, and if someone has been offering for that item out of your inventory a majority of the time, it's most likely gonna have a lot of value. So don't let people tell you, not even the people from the Discord, that the value of something is less than valuable just because it's so many of them, or just because nobody is offering for them, because it's not how that works. The value increases with the demand of something. So if somebody has a queen and like 50 people are trying to offer for it, and they're like trying to overpay for it, or they keep trying to offer for it, the demand and the value of it increases. It does not decrease. It doesn't matter if the value hasn't shown yet. It's because they decided not to change it, apparently. That's what I've heard. But if they do change it and it goes less or more, then they're lying to you, and they just don't want something that's not Robux themed to have value more than the Robux itself, more than the Robux items itself. Valkyrie used to be cheaper. Sun, they say it goes for 10k, but I'm pretty sure it goes to 15 or more, depending on how bad a person wants it. So really, pay attention to how well people are offering for your items, and if they offer really well for it, tell them what is the real maximum offer they would give for it. And if you don't like it still, then it's probably not a good offer, because a lot of people think that just because you like something, that the base minimum of that value should be really only a couple more thousand. No, it's a lot more than you think, because that's how sharkers steal from you. They tell you that whatever you're wanting to trade is not that valuable just because a lot of people offer for it, but they only say that because they don't want you trading it for good value like they would have if they got it out of your hands. And that's the deception in games like this and any other game, where there's people who have been original players a long time, and they think that if they're able to lie to you about the value of something, they can get you to give it to them for free or for cheap, and then they're gonna flip it and get a huge overpay for it. That's the point of this game, right? Trading really rare to get items, really hard to get items, or things that are expensive and still hard to get for a huge upgrade, because that's the point. You're supposed to trade really well so you can increase your value. That's how a lot of those people on the leaderboard got their stuff like that, because they've been flipping everything they trade. And that girl named Vandal Ray, she actually bought a bunch of dumplings that were Robux themed, so that's how she got her value up. Just letting you know, because there was literally a whole icon about her buying a whole bunch of them with her money. So if she bought a bunch of dumplings that she knows have a lot of value, then she knows she can get overpaid for them. Imagine what you can do with something that you have that is really rare to trade, really hard to get, that you can trade because it's really rare. If you were to wait patiently for a really good overpay and stay consistent and make sure these people know you're not someone to step on, you're not someone to trick or to confuse or to steal from, you're not someone who's gonna fall for their tricks easily, but someone who's gonna stay consistent in wanting the actual value that it's worth, which is really a lot, like thousands more than it actually represents for. Oh, I need to pause before I do that. Anyways, guys, if anyone
Okay, can you hear me? Okay, so these people that are in chat, they are using like voice translate, like a voice translate. I'm not a voice translator, like just a translator. Okay, so some people they are just like using like a translator. Like I know this other Chinese girl, she's like using she's like typing in Chinese, but then it's like coming through in English, but it's not usually like exactly what they're saying. Yes, like I was telling this girl earlier, like how she must unbox like during the luck event, but then she told me like in her own language, like I think it was just like mistranslated, but then she said that she's like what she said in the text back was like I packed like what? I packed my suitcase or something like that. Yeah, I was so confused. Like I don't know what she was meaning actually, like what she meant with it. Yeah, well, I've been like recording, like if I'm playing like on my PC, but if I'm on the phone like now, like I don't record at all. Yeah, I usually like clipping it. Like I like getting all the video footage, like in case like something goes down, because like it can be evidence. Yeah, well, sometimes there's like chats that there's like things that happen in chats, or there's like people that scam or whatever, like, you know. No, not not me at least. Like, I'm not like a trader really. Like, I don't really trade. I just like get inventory and then I give everything to my girl. So just hold on. I want to tell you something else now. Why I actually got into recording. So do you know there's a game called Life Together RP? Yes, you know Life Together RP. Okay, no, it's okay. Yeah, it's not really actually. Like, I'm just waiting for luck to open boxes the whole time. But you know, there's a. I don't really. No, I don't really. I have too much already. Like, I have so much money. I have so many spins. I have so many boxes. Like, I can't keep up anymore. Like, yeah, I think I was waiting by the mutation machine one day for a mutation, and then like I think we were talking about luck or something like that. Yeah, it was a while. Yeah, so it's like a role play game, right? Where you can like buy a house, you can like spawn a car and things like that, right? So like what we started doing is like there's this other girl actually like on TikTok. Her name is Clips, right? So she like goes in like on that game and then she like tries and exposes like the people there, but like she kind of trolls them like because there's like serious like ERP couples there. Yeah, so what we do is like I can't tell you how exactly, but what we do is like we have ways of like going invisible or like going through walls and things like that. So like there are these couples who like go into their houses and then they want to like chat and then they always like there's nothing really that can do much than that. Like you can change your fit there, you can change your whole avatar up. But like there's these couples that always go up there and they like they have this thing where they say like they wanna crack. So we just like kind of always like really find that so funny though, like because the game has these like built-in like emotes where you can like lay on your back or like sit with your legs crossed. It's like that's about it. Yeah, we just like I love we kind of love recording that. They're like, and I don't think this exposing it, but it's just more like making fun of it. Yeah. Yes, well, in life together, like in life together, we have like I don't know, I can't really say it like, but they're using it actually right now. Like I can show you, I can just show you, I can show it to you. But it gives me like all the emotes that I literally want to have, right? Like I can literally like I can have like any emote like literally like I want to have. Like I'll show you. But then there are like some weird emotes here. Like you'll see like with normal emotes like in the game, right? If you move around, you can't like it stops from emoting. With this, like it allows me to kind of still continue emoting, but then there's like these weird emotes like this. Wasn't working. See this one? Yeah, they have like these kind of weird emotes. Oh, I know what you mean. Yes, yes. So like in life together, like you have your normal life together, like RP servers, and then in life together there's like called like the Delta server, right? Where like everyone there, they're literally like what we call like Delta, right? So it's just like kind of people just hanging around together there and just like emoting together or like talking and chatting. That's all they literally do, is just like hang out. And you know, do you know what? Okay, well, you said you've been there before, right? But you know what, like a mesh avatar is, right? Yeah. So like they only use like the mesh avatars there. Yeah. So you can think like how crazy it is. No. No, I haven't actually. But like on this account, I also have. I do have the mesh avatars too. Well, not really the mesh ones. They call it Zeslin. Zeslin. Yeah, so Zeslin, it's kind of like I don't know if you've been to like Salon de Fiestas or um Cantina. Yes, do you know this game called Salon de Fiestas? Yeah, so usually you'll see like it's like a nightclub, but where people just like dance and they like can sync with each other, it's like dancing there. Yes, like some people like extremely buff, and others they're like extremely like I don't know how to put it. Like some of them don't even have faces. Yeah, they like look like kind of like I'll show you. Like I think I have I have a few actually. I'm sorry. Yes, but definitely show you.
He's gonna show me the avatar. Oh my gosh.
So just like let's figure that out. What? I don't know what's going on. Like my clothes, they're like glitching now. Wait, I'm actually like I'm bald now or some. I'm like bald or something. Let me see my shorter. Like I have a shorter one. If it, I don't know why it's. Yes. Well, in those games, they kind of just like I don't know how to put it. Like they just kind of trace. Oh my god! Sorry. Happened.
Oh, that looks interesting.
Yeah, like this is my newer one now. But I don't know why it's so glitchy.
It looks better than it did before. It's not as bad. Oh. Oh, and if you don't know, it will be better for you. Oh.
I I'm no, I know what you mean. I used to do that, right? I did do that, right? Stop. I completely stopped mutating because I kind of felt like, you know, with fire, poison, glitch, and lightning. Like those like 4 mutations, you actually lose money out. Like lose money on, you know that. Yes. Yes. I used to do mutation. I used to do the mutations, and then I give them to my girl. But then, like, I've seen like her, like she struggles selling them like crazy though. Like, no one really wants to buy them or wants to trade for them. No, see, what I just do is like I kind of build up my inventory, and then I just give it to her. No, like my girl, actually, she's like very good in trading though, but I just kind of support her because like I kind of feel bad in a way because like if you see like in my inventory like all the good ones I have, like she just gave them to me, like I never even asked for them, like so yeah, like I really did. I like I really felt bad that when she was like she just like randomly started buying me these dumplings and giving them to me. Like I never asked for any of it. It kind of felt weird though, like for her just like giving me like these dumplings because like when I started playing, like I had a bad habit of like getting inventory, and then like some person just comes up to me and asks me like if they can trade with me, and then I told them straight up like, yeah, like don't worry, yeah, like take my whole inventory just for free, you know. I was just playing actually because of her, but then eventually, like, I kind of noticed like she didn't like me doing that, so I just like started giving everything off. Like, I started giving everything to her. Yes, well, actually, the only reason why I actually was helping her, like in the beginning, was like I tried to get her like onto like 1 million, but then it went like on from like within like 1 week, went from 1 million to 2 million with the amount of inventory I was just keeping her. Yes, like well, I guess like there was a time I used to go on two accounts. So like on one account, I would just like leave it in AFK, and I would be like on this account, like just mainly in the server. But then sometimes like when I'm like sleeping or I'm not like around, like I'll put both my accounts like in AFK. Was I set up for a PC on a phone? No, I don't know how to do that. No, like I have a PC though. Like I just play like now I'm just like on the phone at the moment. Like my PC is just like resting for a bit. Wow. Oh, okay. Actually, yeah, that sounds good. I get what you mean now. Actually, yeah. It's like actually like when I say PC, like I actually have like a gaming laptop, so I can sit in, I can actually be anywhere like where I want to be with if I needed to be. But yeah, like on the PC, it's kind of better though because like you can run like multiple accounts, so you can like have one account just in AFK the whole time, and you can have your main account just like doing whatever you want to do, and you can move into AFK too. that's that's literally what I'm doing right now. Like on my laptop, like I have the normal Roblox, and then I have this thing called Mumu Player, which is like an Android emulator, but it's very like laggy though. I know what you mean. Like I'll struggle with the disconnecting like the whole time like on my emulator because like I use the emulator for the AFK server, but it always ends up like disconnected. No. So there was this other thing actually like somebody told me about where you can like run like what they call like a duplicate of like one like app on your computer, which means you can like run like you can run it like up to like you told me like you run this up to like four like accounts at once from the same program. Yes, I know the split screen. Yes. But my phone, like they on my phone, they kind of patched that already because like I can't do split screen like on my phone anymore with Roblox at all. No, so what I tried before is like I can't have like duplicates of the same like app like on my phone anymore. I don't know why they don't allow it. Okay, well, yeah, actually, Actually, I really need to figure out a way, like on the computer though, like how I can run like a duplicate of like the same program, but just on two different accounts.
Too low. Follow me.
Yeah, I've been like watching like YouTube videos and I've been like reading about it, but I guess like I haven't gotten to trying to download any of those programs they want me to. So I'm very wary of just like downloading anything, like. But yeah, like no, like there was this friend that I had, like I was playing, I was doing a brain rot with, so he told me about this thing. I think it's in your programs manager of the computer what it's like. It allows there's like some trick or something that you can like do that allows you to like run like the same app on like duplicates. Yeah, 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 no, same here actually. Like I use my computer mainly for work and for games, but yeah, like I just need to figure that out. No, I'm sure I will. But for now, like, but for now, like the Android, like the Android like emulator that I have, like it works fine. Just for Yes. Actually, I want to see like my girl, like she's literally like I put her like onto the top 50.
Which one is?
She is number 26 now. She was number 27, like, but earlier, like, I gave her inventory. Now she moved up again. Yes, yes. Yeah, well, I won't lie though. Like, the glitter dumpling is hella expensive. Like, it's just too much. I know what you mean though, but the thing is, like, I've kind of also realized though, I've also wondered myself though, like, if this game isn't a copy of another game, because I've seen other dumpling games out there, but they're like way more like, there's like a whole lot more going on actually. But yeah, like, I still don't mind it though, like, I just like it for how simple it is though. Yeah, I thought you just like left
Add more.
again. How did that happen? Oh, you. I know. I know which one you're talking about.
You don't have to actually, you don't have to buy emotes, you know that. Okay, so hopefully I don't get chat banned if I'm talking this, right?
Do you know what is? Do you, no, do you know what it? No, it's okay. Do you know what is Delta? Yes, well, I do actually. I actually use it though. No, we actually like I actually got into Delta like through Life Together RP because everyone there was like always emoting and like they were just doing like things like normal players couldn't do. So we all wanted to just be able to do that too. So that's the only reason I have it. Y- No, but that's kind of the whole point, I guess, of the
Exploits is to try and like, it's kind of like giving people cheats. That's why they call it like exploits. Like I don't think Roblox will want to have themselves exploited.
Wait. So if you move
Do
around,
you lose your invisibility?
so move quickly.
Okay, I see what you mean. So look, right? I'm also gonna go but I can still move around. Like,
Cause you're Delta.
you see? Yes.
It actually allows me that though. I used to buy emotes too, but then like I kind of thought like yeah, I need to buy emotes and then I can like use my emotes like in Life Together, but then like I can't use my own emotes that I bought like in Life Together at all. So eventually like somebody like told me about Delta, so that was about it. So if you bought your own emotes like on Roblox, right? Yeah, like in Life Together RP, like you can't use those emotes there at all. In? But you have to tell me again, what is that like? What is that experience called? Adopting. Oh, adopt me. Sorry. I think yeah, I know that you
Other
can.
games too, like I think Brookhaven and Berry Avenue, like they also allow the emotes thing.
Yes, but now that you mentioned like adopt me, like I remember like in Life Together, there's like these people who like they put on like these baby like avatars and they go around to like just asking everyone around like to adopt them.
It's like in Life Together for me it was kind of annoying because we just like there hanging around like emoting and just like chatting and then there's one of these people coming around and they wanted to like serious roleplay like kidnap my brother, kidnap my sister, kidnap my father or something like that. Like, you know what's the funny? You wanna know something crazy, right?
So the girl
The girl I'm with right now, like, I actually know her in real life too, but I actually met her on Life Together RP. Yeah, so like actually when I was like in Life Together, like there were always these people like wondering like how I'm doing what I was doing, so like I was trying to help them get Delta like always, right? But then like we were like in this crew, say like a crew or like a gang, but then she was always with this other girl, but I think this girl had like feelings towards her, and she was just like she wasn't with that vibe at all with that girl, you know? So
like I tried to get this
go to like get Delta too, and I didn't like kind of give up until she really got it because I knew she also just wanted it. So eventually, like things trade me. Like things got like pretty serious with the other girl jealous about me just trying to help her like get Delta, right? So I kind of felt like bad, or like I was like getting between her and this girl, like her friend. Eventually, like I kind of realized like this girl was just like kind of psycho. It's control freak, but it's like trying to like not control, telling what to do and what to say.
Trade me?
yes.
Yes, but like it was kind of weird though because they were girls, like the girls I was like friends with there, and like just I don't know how to explain, but like some of those girls, they like they just like they all like I'm not going to lie to you, like they're in their 30s literally, right? So like they were like these girls, and that was one of the girls she was like friends with. They're like in their 30s and they're like busy like playing around like with minors, you know, like
Kids that are like 17 years old, and they even like lie about their age,
telling like those like like they tell like little kid like that's maybe like 17 years old, like you know they're like 19 or like they're 18 years old, you know, and meanwhile like those girls like they're in their 30s.
I'm not even kidding to you. Like there was this one girl, her name
It's
was
Alaska, right? So she like I was always like kind of she was like dating this dude like in the game, right? So I was trying to get her and this dude like to get back together again and everything like that. And eventually like I managed to like talk to the dude and to get her back with this dude because she was like very heartbroken and sad about this, right? So like eventually like she and this dude got together and they broke up again. And like I found this dude in the server one day and like I saw he put his age like into the bio in the game. He said he was 18 years old. I remember days before that she told me she was like 34 years old.
Please. Let's trade.
I know, right? And like
We were once like a server too, so she was busy talking to this new dude, and this dude was like asking her like how old she was, and the dude told her like he's 20 years old, and she told the dude no, she's 19 years old, like in front of all of us who already knew her age.
Let's trade.
And to make things like even weirder, it's like they're already like mothers, you know, like they have children, they like, you know, like they have kids and they have like a life like that already. And they're doing shit like, sorry, oh my goodness, they're doing like they're doing that.
Please.
So he's over here literally exposing how weird these women are online that are grown adults, lying about their age, messing with younger men. Who knows if they've even messed with younger women, and it's just really weird, bro. That's just crazy. Like, I was talking to him about a lot of stuff, but I know the mic doesn't catch it, but it's literally just them. He was like talking about how a lot of these people e-date and they're like really weird with their friends and they're like too close for comfort. And I was telling him that I've experienced that too as well. Is that a wood-themed body? Noob, you is rich, Boxy. Noob. Boxy, you have stuff. You just have to trade well to get more. Save your rare and expensive, fam. Because a lot of people try to trick me out of my value. Y'all know this already. And I don't think I have proof particularly, because I did delete it when I got stressed out because they were like harassing me at the point. But it is really easy for people to try to trick you out of your value because they want to benefit from you not knowing your value. And they want to make you give stuff for free or stuff for cheap. What is in my ear? But it genuinely does work like that. Get rid of them all. Not the Ritz. These tags. What? An emo dog. Who is this? Hey, can I offer for your royal white and divine cat? White? Oh, you mean the white. The white dumpling. Trade white dumpling for 7K value. Because I've traded before. Oh, okay. So you're not wanting to offer. Yeah, because the value that it is itself is because the rarity of the mutation is rare. It is. It's not up to you. And this is where we block people. Quite literally not up to you to tell me what value I use. So I'll use what I want. These people are so angry when you don't trade the way they want you to. You see how they do that? They literally got mad at me for not giving them something for cheap. But they know that the rarity of the mutation is one of the highest. And if you want, I can show you. Look, let me show you, since they want to try and play in your face. Right here, Divine is 0.29. Royal is 0.58. Then you can see all the other good ones like Strawberry Bubble and Flower Bloom. Those are the most top best ones, and they want me to give it to cheap, I bet. They probably like, oh, well, it's just 50. It doesn't matter. I'm not negotiating your opinion to make my decision. So, not your choice. Because it makes them so mad when you're spelling and they know they're wrong, so they start going after your spelling. If it's cheap to you doesn't mean I have to make it cheap for me. Well, it's not wild to me. I value the rare. They can walk away because but like I said before, these people will try to trick you out of trading stuff just because they think that you should just trade it to them for cheap. And even if they were going to offer it, it probably would not have been a good offer. Because they only do it to benefit themselves. I'm trying to find the ones I just... Oh, is that your girl or something? Oh, no, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I just didn't know if they were already... Next time, I'm gonna just say not for trade because these people clearly don't want to trade properly. Then there's ones with royal on them. One time I had a cake with royal on it, but I ended up trading it all together with something for something else. The guy was getting like cash. White dumpling. That lemon looks like Loki, looks like a sun. Anyways, that behavior y'all just saw is really kind of starting to get to me again because that's the same behavior they gave to me when I was going by logical value in the Discord for the game before I got banned, before the moderator use their moderation powers to abuse me, falsely accuse me, and like get me banned based off of their lies because they manipulated everyone around them. But yeah, it's just reminding me that that's how bad they treated me when they were in the Discord. And they all let them do it too because they were friends with the moderator, and the moderator wanted to seem like a good guy and be friends with everyone. So anytime something happened to me, they let it happen. But when it came to their friends, they're like, oh, don't be disrespectful to my friends, you know, essentially. He looks like he matches the goblin, I'm not gonna lie. Who put the alien behind there? I just realized someone put the alien. That's so funny that there was an alien behind there earlier, though. That's kind of like a little Easter funny. Like there's a little secret hiding place. Here he goes, the little alien. This is so funny. I was loving how funny it is because I thought it was funny, like how his little feet was running across the ground, just running. Bing.
Follow me.
But no, the way that they showed you behavior earlier, that behavior is what I dealt with in the Discord because they got mad at me because I was tired of everyone benefiting from the game and them telling me that my values weren't, valuable just because they are the only ones that wanted to benefit from getting any type of good trades. So whenever I was offering, they're like, oh, you have to overpay. But when it came to my stuff, they wanted to underpay, and that's exactly what they did. That's a good example of what they were doing. They tried to make me feel bad, and they made me feel bad for wanting to trade based off of how rare something was and based off of the logical math, which would be 5 times the value of each dumpling combined, which would be 5, right? If it's a white dumpling, for example, it would be 5 times 5 because it took 5 dumplings to make that mutated, and then I would have added additional 7k because God told me to, because it's a rare mutation. If it was divine though, royal, it would be 5k, but what I mean is essentially it would be an additional 7k if it had divine on it, but if it had royal, it would be 5k. But and then the real logical math that it takes to actually do it, because people were not doing it the way that you would usually do it because the game has a different math. I said it was a terrible math, and it was a terrible math because it doesn't even show that those percentages are exactly negative. It just makes it negative. And if you have C values Game Pass, it would also show you that the negatives are there as well because that's where the math really shows when you want to look at the value of something. So you can see the values of this because I have the C values Game Pass. But that's what I was talking about. Like the values are based off of bad math because it's 1 times the values of the dumpling instead of 5 times, and then it does it times the multiplier of the mutation you got. So it would be 5. Okay. It would be 5 times 5 since the value of the white dumplings are. Sorry, it would be 1 times 5. Yeah, and then it would be times the multiplier of the mutation I got. So because it's royal, it would be 10. So that's how it gets to 50. That's essentially what I was talking about. Like the value is that bad in math. The values math are that bad. And they got mad at me and started harassing me and making fun of my values. Well, meanwhile, there's other people who had different completely values and they didn't make fun of them, but they did be like, oh, well, that's not the value you should put it at, Just like always argumentative, but to the point of them harassing people when they completely go off course and don't agree with their idea of values. And this is something you might see more often when I start recording and making more videos because it will show who they are as a person. And it's not that you could see that I was being respectful, but it's the fact that they got mad at me the moment that I didn't want to trade it for really super low. And they said they wouldn't like offer cheap for it, but they wouldn't offer for around 7K. But the problem is, why would you start insulting me and telling me that I don't know what I'm doing and that those are not the values just because you couldn't get what you want? Did my friendly join? Honestly, when I said insult, I mean like they insulted my intelligence and they started also insulting my spelling, meaning I felt insulted because they started only pressuring me when I didn't give them what they wanted for their idea of value. And that's exactly why we had issues in the Discord, because when I wanted to benefit and get some sort of value from the rarest mutations, right, and get better value, they complained and said, no, you're asking for too much. That's not the actual value. And that's exactly what they just showed you. They just showed you the same behavior they did to me in the Discord, but in game, in real time. And I got it on screen. I got it on camera. They literally got mad at me because I didn't want to give it to them for their idea of value. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. These guys will try to trick you out of your value because they don't want you benefiting. But when it comes to them, they want to benefit from everything. And they do it because they want to be on the top leaderboard, and I don't. I just want to do it because it's fun. It's fun to get stuff that you want. It's fun to trade. And I've been using regular values up to now, like the game's values mass, but it's the fact that they wanted me to change the value only because I'm not giving them what they wanted for what they believe I should give it to them for, which is not 7K. And it's weird because I'm not doing that for you just because you don't like the idea. But anyways, it's really, when I calm down, I realize it's not that deep, but it's only because I'm actually calm. But whenever they cause me to have a reaction like that, it really just reminds me of the trauma that I went through where they harassed me. And that just shows that it was that deep only because they caused harm to me while doing it. And they didn't leave me alone, right? But when I'm calm, I understand. It just shows who they are as a person isn't really good. No, wait. Hi. Also, this goes to show that the people are so entitled to your stuff that they will believe that if you don't give them the item that they're looking for, that you clearly have, that they clearly want, right? They want it, they're looking for it, and they're collecting it. They will try to lowball you to make you feel bad so that you give it to them for a lower price. And then they'll try to say, oh, well, I was going to give it to you. I was going to give you a good offer for it, but at least not that much. Those people are just trying to make you feel like you have to be obligated to give them stuff just because you made them feel like they couldn't afford it. And if it can't be affordable for you, why are you still coming after somebody's value? You just want to make someone feel bad, so they'll give it to you for your idea of compensation. Like you're so entitled to the point that you would make someone feel bad so that they'd give you what you want from their inventory for your idea of a fair compensation. That's not how that works, though. But you get what I mean? Like, why are you so interested in how somebody values something if you don't want it that bad? And why exactly? Because, like, you chose to attack my character's values and how I valued something based off of the rarity of it because you couldn't get something. This is like the same thing of walking up to a store owner and getting mad at them because you can't afford something after they told you what the real price was or what they valued it at, and then trying to make them feel bad because you can't afford it, and you're like, that's not my problem. And then they try to make you agree with them, be like, well, it's not even worth that much, why are you putting, like, they're basically trying to double down to make you feel bad so that you change your mind. But that's not how that works. That's not gonna work for me. He said his girl's at 26. Link? Or was it 25? Because he said she's at 20. Oh, and not only that, there's these dumplings that cost a lot. So by the game's math, you can also charge an additional fee for how long it took to make it. So for $1,000 dumpling, every $100, the game adds 30 seconds per minute. Well, actually per $5 interval. So based off of the in-game income, you have 5 seconds per $1 accumulated. You get double whenever you have the 2 times game pass. Okay, and let's just do it based off of the normal in-game interval income. Every 10 minutes, or every hour specifically, you get $720 because every 5 seconds you get $1. Every 30 seconds you get 6, and every 1 minute you get 12. So 60 minutes times 12 is 720. So that, once you do that, then you know how much money to add based off of how long it takes to make your dumpling mutated. That's what it's like, basically, God taught me that the values that they're doing is like this. No, I can't really hear you. No. Basically, the values that God taught me was basically the regular proper math they should have been using, which is logical math. And he's basically teaching me that this type of math that I was doing, which was the 5 times the value of each of the dumplings combined multiplied by the multiplier of the mutation you've gotten, plus at times you can do the calculation of an additional fee based off of how long it took to mutate that dumpling if it's truly expensive, right? All of that making up for how really valuable it is, and then adding additional value if the mutation is extremely rare. Because this is how God intended work to be. Something that actually pays for your experience, the time it takes, how hard it is, how rare it is to see somebody doing that skill, how rare the skill is, right? And he's basically teaching me this is how work is supposed to be. You're supposed to be compensated properly, fairly, and you're also supposed to be considered based on how rare your skills are and how hard it is to get those skills, and that you should never be lowering your standards for jobs that don't give you that fair benefit. That's why I don't have a job in this world, because they would not have expected that somebody God created would and should be required to be compensated properly. And that's what a lot of these people do. They make you feel bad for having values for something that is hard to get and hard to make. And they think that if they can make you feel bad, that you'll give it for less. And a lot of you end up doing that. But the issue is God wants you guys to take better care of yourselves and value yourselves more and make sure you yourself get compensated properly. That's why a lot of those people who made those catchy tunes and ads for popular companies, they actually got paid, because those people who they usually hire to do those things didn't come up with that idea. So the person who came up with the idea, and then the community liked that idea, they gathered up together, made sure that that person got what they deserved, which is payment and the proper amount of money, as if that person had worked for them, because they have. And they gave the right amount of money based off of PR payment, promoting content, right? Promotion rep. They paid them based off of how much they paid them if it was a PR that made that idea up. So glory to God, because he does care for every single one of you, and he does not agree with the way that these companies and these people are trying to pay you less just because they don't value you enough the way that they should be valued. And this game has shown me that these people even exist in games. There's this game and then there's other games, but it's always in a game where somebody wants to cheat you out of the value that you deserve so that they can benefit from sharking you, which is like lowballing you on purpose so they can flip whatever they get from you. And they're not going to tell you that, but they literally just showed you that behavior up front, that they're willing to make me feel bad to get something for cheap and pretend that they were willing to give me a good amount when they weren't, because they were already going to try and lowball you, even though they knew that the rare mutation is rare itself, right? And that they weren't really gonna feel sorry for doing it when they got called out for it. And then they also will start attacking your spelling, because apparently the spelling had to do with them getting mad, not the fact that they couldn't get something valuable for cheap. But that's sarcasm, because that's exactly what it was. They started attacking my spelling because I didn't want to give them something valuable for cheap. They got angry because I didn't want to give them something valuable for cheap. Oh no. I don't think he knows. What is that? What kind of avatar is that? That's so funny.
Trade me.
Trying my best, it's not working. It's the goblin with the king for me. Goblin king. Wait, what time is it? Oh, there's 8 hours till the next one, and I could technically be spamming stuff right now, but I just don't feel like doing that. I didn't. Like, do you know how hard it is to know that you have something that you can get unlimited things from, but you have to take the time to grind for them, and you're excited to some extent, but then it gets to the point where you're like, oh, I still gotta grind for it. Same thing. You gotta save up and wait patiently. But I'm still grateful. Oh, where did he go? Oh, he's over there. Aw, do you miss your girl? I wonder if he misses his girl. Hold on. I don't think it was 26. It must have been 23 or something. No, not 23. Where is it? I don't think he's on the board anymore. Okay, so there it is. Oh, you're twins! So cute. Hold on, I'm trying to fix it to where it was working just now. I literally showed y'all on the screen. Why is it not working? Shoot. Oh, I can't move that much apparently. Oh, I'm never gonna do that. I could do jokingly, but I wouldn't do that either because then they'll still have a reason to ban me because they already don't like the fact that I wouldn't give them what they wanted for their value ideas, so. You can still see him! Damn. I gotta run all the way back over there because now... That's hilarious. Oh, you got an alien. I said I could see his outline because that's what it usually shows when someone's trading with you. Like to show that there's another player. I got I don't think I got anything else, do I? Alien. Of course, divine. Snow. I got 2 snow aliens, I think. Excuse me not. I'm not excusing myself. And here's the problem though. They don't appreciate the low value items in this game that God has helped me to appreciate, because these items help you so much even if you don't do logical math. Damn, I'm talking right now, but I don't think you hear me. Yeah, I don't. And I also have another plan trading soon. Let me pause so you don't see any private information on my tab. But yeah. No, but thank you God still, because I still thank him, because usually I struggle in these games, but when he helped me, I was able to trade better and not struggle as much. And I was like, he helped me to be patient as well, because sometimes people will try to make you feel bad, like those people did earlier. When you want to trade something that they don't like, and it's just like, if you don't like it, don't come up to me. Don't stay talking to me like I'm going to change my mind, because I'm not. But anyways, I don't trade the extremely rare ones. $35, but I do trade the ones that I genuinely would usually trade. if I were to, yeah, I know. I wouldn't mean I keep mine too. That's good. So basically, I've been using the full properties of the game, and then those people get mad at me when I do, and they also get mad when I value something the way it should be valued. $16, $17, $18, $19, $20, $22, $24, $25, $26, $27, $28, $29, $30, $31, $32. And this is what I mean. You can get your rares or the ones that you like and also upgrade somebody else at the same time. And that's what I'm meaning. You can just, she literally got some nice dumplings that she likes. I got close to me to 1K of each dumpling and sold them because I needed money. Oh. You didn't sell to the yellow stand, did you? Because the yellow stand scams. It lies about value and selling. Must be nice to not be in America the Great. Oh, and then you completely just pulled yourself underneath a truck and got ran over by your own insult attempt. Yeah, I did, but I just sold them on. Yeah, I know they give less than half its value in cash. Ah, okay. Just making sure. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. Coconut. I don't believe there's a farmer. Yeah. Wait. 6, 7, 8. I need 2 more. Cat. Okay, cool. I got super luck, but this feels like a scam. I've heard it doesn't make a difference, but IDK, you might be right. $362. I should probably do something though. I don't know what else to do. All of these I'm not gonna be taking into account to make something out of it. Thank you. Because they gave me a knight. That's a really rare one. It's hard to get those. So it's worth it to give her that much. And now I got something to turn into. Oh, there's PETA. One of the PETA is the moderator that I think got me in trouble, but I'm not sure. It probably is, but you know, I don't really know exactly who banned me because all I know is they were manipulating people based off of their emotions, and they use their emotional state of mind to abuse people. So they got mad at me for getting emotional when people were harassing me about my values, in which they never stopped. But with the moment I was complaining about it, because I was right to complain, I was right to speak up about how I felt wrong because I was being wronged, that's when they got upset at me and tried to make it about them and how they shouldn't be called out for anything regardless. And it's just like, this is exactly why it happened, because you didn't let me speak up and you created it to be a targeted issue when really it was just because you wouldn't allow yourself to be corrected without feeling like you're insulted for even being corrected by someone who doesn't have as much power as you. Coconut, coconut. No farmer. Not that one. Bear. It's an emo dog. It doesn't really show the value yet as well. The convenience is that I can actually sit here and look up without having to turn my entire camera and be like completely annoyed. You know, that's how I usually have to do when I'm standing upright without the emote to invisible. $6.13. I'm looking for an upgrade or something, unless you give me something rare. Oops. This is 6.13, so it'll be like a 12.26. 1,226. She's trying to like figure out how are you invisible? I think my voice is one of them. A little gross. Oh. Well, I hope you learn to love yourself more. And you stop projecting that type of self-hate onto other people where they have to value stuff less because you don't love yourself enough to be respectful to others. Like you know how God says treat yourself, love yourself as your neighbor? These people are loving me as they love themselves when they treat me disproportionately. Like they don't properly treat me. They don't value me. They treat me like that because they don't value themselves enough to treat themselves good enough, because you literally just saw they were making fun of their own voice, which is not good. But y'all need to stop allowing your insecurities to enable you to be abusive towards other people. Because if I did that, God would not be pleased with me, right? You guys need to be careful with how you treat people. Oh, and by that, when he says treat yourself as your neighbor, you know, treat your neighbor as yourself, as you love your neighbor as you love yourself, right? He's referring to when you are in Jesus, not in the ways of the world, right? Like the way she's living, the way she projects her insecurity of her own voice, by judging other people on values, not valuing, right? And not feeling comfortable enough with her own voice to the point that she's judging other people because she doesn't love herself. So she'll treat other people the way she treats herself, which is devaluing things, right? So they'll devalue my rights and my freedom and my choice to value something and get good offers for it and stuff like that, because they don't already value themselves. So in the same way, when you're in Jesus, you should value yourself as much as Jesus loves you. And in the same way, God is asking you to value yourself like that for your neighbors as well. So if you value yourself well, like God taught you to through Jesus, then you should also value others well too. This is 6:12. Hold on.
Follow me.
Okay, there. I asked her for elephant. Thank you. Trade. Yeah, because she's gotten the ones that I traded her. believe. So she's gotten a nature coal, a fire lime mine, a glitched red dumpling and mouse, a lightning alien island spike and coconut, and a glitched white dumpling and bear by giving her elephant. And I got a small upgrade too because it is around 630 something, I think. Yeah, 635. But she did get a bunch of them for hers. Say hi, but I don't know. I wonder what she wants. I don't know if I want to make an elephant right now. I'm gonna take a break. So, remember guys, for God so loved the world, he gave his one and only Son, that whosoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. That is Jesus. You shall glorify God because God is the one who gave his Son for our sins, right? He died on the cross. He rose 3 days later. He paid for the debt of sin, which was death. And then he rose again, right? So, Jesus died on the cross and then rose again 3 days later, paying for the debt of sin, which was death. He gave his life for our sins so that we would be free from spiritual debt, so that we would be free from the fear of death. Hebrews 2:14-15. So that we would be free from spiritual enslavement, such as legion, which is now in today's time in disguise under religion. Galatians chapter 1, verses 1-16 or 11-16. You could read just the whole entire chapter. That one chapter shows Paul the Apostle's testimony about how he was pulled out of religion and the traditions of his fathers, of the Jews' religion, and something that he was very zealous in and he profited very much in, and it pleased God to call him out of it and back unto his own Son Jesus, so that he may be saved because he was persecuting the church of God, the true church of God, which the church is owned by God, not by us, not by people, but by God, right? Because he's the one who makes the rules and the boundaries and the regulations on how we have to follow him properly. And Jesus is the only way to the Father, right? Based off of this. It pleased God to call him out of those things because that was something that God did not call him to follow, right? Then, I like his outfit. And he also gave us freedom to be reminded that we have eternal life through him, right? Right there in John 3:16. Through him alone, through his only Son. What did they just throw away? And that's sad, seeing them sell stuff like that. Like there's no value in them, but there is. There's a lot of value in a lot of stuff. And if they didn't want it, they could have just given it away. But no, they always want to benefit from something, but they never want to help people, because they devalue people before they even allow those people to get something good, right? But anyways, God values you, all of you, so much that he gave his only son, right? So it's best to just trust in God's will for you to follow Jesus and trust to what Jesus did on the cross, and trust into Jesus fully. All of your things, everything, so that you may be healed one step at a time as you trust him more and as you build a relationship with the Son of God and God himself, right? You have to trust that God gave his son for a good reason. Without that reason being good, without trusting that there is a good reason why he wanted you to be saved through his only son, you are believing in the lies of the enemy, because the lies of the enemy is everything opposite of what God intended for you, which is good. God intended you for good, and the enemy will use you if you don't believe in the truth. That means he will harm you, he will use people to harm you, he will trick you to believe in lies that are clearly lies, because God knows he told you not to do those things, right? And he will make you feel like if you don't believe in those lies, he can kill you. And that's where the fear of death is removed when you trust into Jesus. So everything that you're afraid of, God has defeated that through his son on the cross, so that you can be free from that spiritual enslavement, through that even physical enslavement. Honey, he loves you so much. He built me up to teach you that your value as a worker is even important, and you should not be, undervalued to the point that you're not paid or compensated properly. So trust in God, guys. Love him with all your heart, every single piece of you. Give to him everything so that he can use it for good. Submit to him in all your ways. Glorify him in all things that you do, and he will make your path straight. God bless you. Jesus loves you. I love you unconditionally as a friend and a brother and sister in Christ Jesus. And the Holy Spirit loves you. Have a blessed day.